Hey, welcome back to Nick's Reviews. I got another box set, not a Blu-ray box set, because, as of my knowledge, I don't think they have one of this. This is the Canon Film box set, and it's got a really long title, which I think is cool because I'll talk a little bit about Canon Films, and then I'll talk about this box set. So, it's called the the Bombs, Babes, and Blockbusters of Canon Films 10-pack DVD collection. And honestly, the best film on this thing is right here, Electric Boogaloo. And I hate to say that. So fantastic cover here. Like I said, I don't know if this is in Blu-ray. I never seen it in Blu-ray. I literally saw this in Walmart one day and was like, this is awesome. I think it was like $30. I don't know what it is now, but you got Stallone, you got JCVD, you got Chuck Norris, you got Dolph Lundgren. I'm gonna read off the back the movies you get in this, and I'll show you the pack and everything. So, in this, you don't need to see my face. In this, you get Missing in Action 1984, Invasion USA 1985, Cobra 1986, The Delta Force 1986, Masters of the Universe 1987, Over the Top 1987, Bloodsport 1988, The Hitman 1999, Hellbound 1994, and then what I love the most on this is this bonus DVD. It's a documentary. It's fantastic. I did a whole podcast episode on it with we did two movies, but that was one of them with the fantastic podcast called Unchained. Love those guys. They're not a podcast anymore, but sometimes they do special episodes. But I think they're still on iTunes. Yeah, great guys, fantastic guys over there for allowing me to come on and do the show. But what Electric Boogaloo is, this came out in 2014. So this is when this set came out, 2014. It says, also includes Electric Boogaloo, the wild untold story of Canon Films. From director Mark Hartley comes the cinematic rampage through the hits and misses produced by the movie-obsessed cousins of Canon Films. 25-minute deleted scenes, 30 minutes of trailers. Trailers are fantastic. This documentary is worth the price alone. I don't know what this is. I think I paid like $30 for this. It's probably way cheaper now. It's probably like $10. Which is like $10 a buck a movie. This documentary is fantastic. It's wild. It's got these two brothers. Oh man, maybe let's say it in here. I forget their names. No. Like Yanam and Noram or something. I apologize. I should have looked that up. But these two guys were nuts. They were from Israel, and in the 70s, they just wanted to make action movies or any movies, and they started up their own production company called Canon Films, and they were getting the biggest of the biggest guys. I mean, they were giving Chuck Norris. I mean, at the time they weren't huge, but they're giving Chuck Norris movies. They're giving Stallone movies. Stallone cost them a lot. Over the Top cost. I think they said they paid the most money. They paid him $1 million, which I thought was ridiculous because these guys were making movies like with $30,000 budgets. Like now, it's changed now. Like they have low budget movies that are even cheaper than that, horror wise, and they do pretty well. But still, a low budget movie now is $1 million or something. But these guys were doing it way under budget. They were crazy. They were like explosions galore. They wanted, no safety. Safety was out the window. The directors didn't know what the scripts were half the time because they'd only give them pages during the weeks. The actors, they kind of were, I mean, a lot of them were JCVD. He did a lot of them. Actually, in the documentary it shows all these movies Canon Films did put out, but like the movies they more talk about in the documentary are stuff like more B-rated actors that, they'd worked with Charles Bronson a lot. I think they did almost all of the Death Wish films. Maybe up until like 4 and 5. I think they did 1 through 3. Or 1 through 4 maybe. Which those are fantastic. You should check out Death Wish. But yeah, like I said, this is a sweet set if you just wanted to jump head first into... I used to love Grindhouse. I still love Grindhouse films. But I wanted to jump into the action side of Grindhouse. And I listened to another fan... I'm going to be promoting podcasts constantly throughout my reviews because I used to listen to a ton of film review podcasts, and like Unchained was one of them. Another fantastic one that's been going on for years now is called The Cult of Muscle. I started listening to them, and they got me into like checking out action films like this. They always talk about like, big action movies, but they not new ones, but like, stuff everyone's heard of, like Cobra and stuff like that. But they also do cool stuff like this, and they got me interested in it. Like this Cult, this Canon film is kind of like Cult of Muscle's logo. They did it in a different way to make it Cult of Muscle. It's greatest group of guys, coolest Facebook group, nicest people. They share pictures of big muscly men and sexy men, stuff like that. It's fantastic. Go check it out. They're called The Cult of Muscle. Ask to join. The best. You listen to their podcast. They got 1,012 episodes. That could be wrong, but they got a lot, and they're long. They're like 3 to 4 hours long. But this is a nice box set. This is all DVD, like I said, but I mean, they're older movies. They don't look that great, but it doesn't matter. It's nice to have this in one set. It's a slip cover again, which I like. Just a simple thing, and then it's the same thing, and then this is just for list of movies. Here's the actual discs. This I don't mind. Like, a lot of them are doing this now, and I have no problem with this. You got Missing in Action. You got Invasion USA. You got Cobra. The Delta Force. Here's one of Us. Masters of the Universe. Which, if you like that Ted movie, they talk about that movie. Over the Top. This is one they paid the most for an actor. They thought it was ridiculous. They paid like $1 million or something. Here's Bloodsport. This is a great one. This is funny as hell. Sorry, my reflection of my phone's in there, but whatever. This one is super funny. It's great. It's a great action movie, but it's one of those like it's not as extreme, but like if you ever seen the movie, what's the really low budget one where they're like friends for eternity, friends for forever, friends eternal, thick or... I can't remember. It's some kind of kung fu movie where it's super goofy. Bloodsport has a lot of that. Like JCVD, they're in a tournament, and like anytime he's done, he's like, remember Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds? He's in there, and like whenever he's done, he's like, yeah, they jump and hug each other. It's kind of homoerotic, but it's funny as shit. Then you got the Hitman. This is a Chuck Norris one, and then another Chuck Norris one, Hellbound '94. I don't know how that is. I heard it's kind of really goofy, but this is worth the price of admission, my ladies and gentlemen. Electric Boogaloo is fantastic. It's such a long title, but it's so cool. It's Electric Boogaloo: The Wild Untold Story of Canon Films. Now, in that documentary, like I've said, they talk about everything. They interview all the directors that worked with it's like Yana Mangorum or something like that. Does it say their names? No, it doesn't. Manak and Yoram. Yeah, something like that. It's like Manak and Yoram. And the directors, like, then they have Manak and Yoram interview too. And, like, it's one of those ones where they're poking fun at them, but they were happy to have the job at the time. Like, they'll have directors like, I hated them. They were such pieces of shit. We'd get on set. They wouldn't tell me anything. The next thing I got JCVD blown out of building. And they just want more and more and more. And they started really low budget. Like, well, everything was low budget. They wanted to do it on the cheap on everything. But they started real low budget with what the heck was it called? It was like this sex comedy. I forget. It was like this sex comedy, like almost like your American Pie for now. Well, God, American Pie, that's dating myself now. But something like that. And then, they did some hippie kind of movies called like not Apple. Was it Apple? It might have been Apple. Or maybe they were copying Apple. They did you know, but it was mostly action movies. You know, crazy action. These were their biggest hits on this box set. You'll get a lot of Chuck Norris films. It's cool. Like, it's totally cool. Like, if you want to be like I said, go listen to Cult of Muscle, get into their show, and then you'll want to see these movies. I haven't watched them all. I think I've watched Missing in Act, or no, I've watched Invasion USA and Cobra, or in Bloodsport. It's a super, like, if you're a musclehead, if you're or you just watch them, they're funny as shit. Like, I'll watch them and get like clips and just record like the goofy stuff and put them on Instagram because it's funny, like scenes of it. Like this isn't in here, but for example, there's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where he's riding a motorcycle and he stands on it and he's shooting double machine guns and it's fantastic. And then he punches a snake. It's in the head. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme, man. I highly recommend this. This is a fantastic set. I know I say that in all my Blu-ray boxes, but I only buy the stuff I really love. One day I'm going to go through all of them. I have a letterbox. Maybe I'll link my letterbox in the description. You can see the crap I'm checking out. If you got a letterbox, add me. We'll talk about films. I mean, that's what I love to do, man. I love to talk about films. I love to review films, review these box sets. It's Halloween season. You know, you talk about horror movies. But no, this is an awesome box set. And it's kind of cool. You got this. You just got the pictures of all of them. But, this Cannon Films, man. Research Cannon Films. Check them out. You can maybe find the documentary. I think the documentary for the longest time was on YouTube. That's when I was on the Unchained podcast. That's how I got those guys to watch it, because I had this set, and they didn't. It may still be on there, but that was like a year ago or more. But look this up and get a Walmart and get an Amazon and get them all the sites. I think it's even cheaper than I spent. I maybe spent $20. It's probably like 10 now or something. I don't know. Like I said, I always promise you price points and I don't. But it's going to be kind of a short one. This is Nick's Reviews. Thank you for checking this out. If you like it, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit the down button. You know, it's no problem to me. If you got any comments or questions, I will gladly answer them as best as I can. But, you know, I just do this because I love it. And I'm loving it. People are loving it. You know, I'm getting a lot of likes on my Chucky review. Thank you very much for everyone who are watching it. You know, and I'll try to do as many reviews as I can. I got some time now, so I'll probably be putting out a Star Wars one today too. I probably shouldn't have said that, because if I don't, people are gonna be looking for it. No, I'm not that popular. But thank you guys so much for watching this, and this has been Nick's Reviews. Bye.